Hello, this is Keith All, and today we're going to learn about the average if function in Excel. Now, the average if function is where you can average a certain criteria, and it takes only one criteria. So, in this particular instance, I have a data set here, and we're going to be averaging the revenue based upon a certain industry. So we have all these companies' names over here. It's a large data set, and each company is associated with a specific industry. So what we want to do is we want to get the average revenue produced by all these companies that have a specific industry that we select. So the way the average function works is, in this case, is we're going to select all the companies that fall within this advertising and marketing industry. So that could be like 200 different companies in this list. And then we're going to sum up the revenue for those selected companies that fall within this advertising and marketing, and it's going to take the sum of that revenue and divide it by the number of times advertising and marketing appears in this list, which could be 200, and then it gives us the average revenue. So we're going to create this formula up here, and then I'll show you how to verify that if your average if function is working correctly. So I'm going to select here, I'm going to delete what's in there, and we're going to build this together. So we're going to say equal average. I'm using, by the way, I'm using Microsoft 365. Average if, tab over. The range now here, the first argument is what do we want to average? So we want to average, of course, the revenue, the number value, but we want to average it by the industry. So we're going to select the range or column industry, press comma to go to the next argument. Now we want to put in the criteria. So to get back up to the top, you press Control Backspace. And now our criteria in this case is going to be advertising and marketing. And now when I press the comma key, now what are we trying to average? Meaning the number that we're trying to average. In this case, it's going to be the revenue column. So I'm going to select the first cell, Control Shift down arrow. It selects everything within that range. Control Backspace, and then we're going to close out the average function and press enter. So this is the average revenue now for advertising and marketing. And the way that we could verify if this is working properly is let's put filters on your data set. I'm going to clear the filters, and I'm going to show you multiple ways on how to get the filters on your data set. Control Shift L on a PC is the shortcut to turn on and off the filters. Okay, that's a shortcut key. That's one way to do it. Another way to do it is by going up through your ribbon. One pathway is selecting Home, and then come over here to the right in the editing group and select Filter, and then Filter. Okay, that's another way to get the filters. I'm going to turn them off temporarily by pressing Control Shift L, and I'll show you another way to do it is through the ribbon. Is you're going to go up to the Data tab, and then over here you have the filter under Sort and Filter group, and press that. So those are different ways, and of course you could always use your Alt shortcut keys. So I'm going to use the Alt key sequence to turn off these filters. So you press Alt A for data, And then over here for filter, in this case it's T, press T, and now it turns it off. Okay, so let's now turn the filters on, and I'll show you how to verify if this formula is working correctly. So I'm going to press Control Shift L. Let's go over to the industry column and press the filter key. Let's deselect select all. Let's go in the search bar and select advertising and marketing. Press OK. Now it filters your data set by everything that falls within what you selected as the filter. Now let's see if this number corresponds to it. So if in your status bar down here, once you select the cells, Control Shift down arrow, it'll show the average for all the selected cells that you just did. So the average here is 18,908,384. Let's press Control Backspace. And as you can see, this number is correct, 18,908,384. And of course, in my cell, I'm not, I still have 2 decimal places, but this averages out to the nearest dollar. So let's do this again. Let's clear the filters. Okay, and let's select a different industry. I'm going to select health. Let's do the same thing. In health, it's 349,157 is the average for the health industry. So let's go back to the filter for the industry, deselect it, go to the search bar and type in health. Is a shortcut way to find your items that you want to filter on. Press OK. Let's go over here, Control Shift down, and the average now for the selected cells is 45,349,157. Control Backspace to get back up to the top, and as you can see, this number matches correctly. So that is how you could use the average if function for your projects. Hopefully this cleared up a lot of different issues with the average if, and of course I gave you some extra information on how to get the filters on and how to verify whether or not your average if function is working correctly. You have a great day, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye now.